Hello, good evening, and welcome to Football Nutmeg. And this is the weekend wrap up of all the football activities that took place over the course of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's good to be here once more, and I think I enjoyed my weekend as a United fan, seeing United winning by those two everything that they've done to ensure that United um, go home with all 3 points. Can you hear me, John? Good evening, John. I have John on the line.
Good evening. I can hear
Hello,
you loud
John.
and clear.
Yeah,
Good
that's
evening.
good.
I can
Good
hear
evening.
you.
Oh, how was your weekend?
Well, my weekend was great. Everything that was
Why,
supposed to happen did happen.
why would you
Except the
neglect?
part
Why would you neglect?
except the part where Arsenal still won. Because I was expecting them to lose some
Yeah,
points today.
Arsenal will win. I just think that people were expecting that, but I think that they will win, but not now because they still have the likes of Chelsea to play. They have the likes of Liverpool to play as well. So those matches are matches I think that they can't win going forward. Drawing those matches. I think they are doing what they can do at the moment, and it's a good one for them. Quickly, what do you think about Ronaldo over the weekend, breaking the record all-time goal scoring record of 806 and adding one on top to become 807? What do you think about Ronaldo and his longevity in football? Can you hear me, John?
Well, there can only be one word to use for Ronaldo, and that is yes. I can hear you. Can you hear me
Yeah, go ahead.
now?
Go ahead now. Go ahead. Okay, I guess there's a delay in.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I said only one
Can you readjust
the
your? Can you? Hello, John. Can you
guy
readjust your audio?
doesn't know yeah, I
Can you
um,
readjust your audio,
that
please?
is incredible. It my audio. I did that now. I just did that now. Can you hear me?
Can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me
can hear
now?
you loud and clear.
Okay, please go on, please. I can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Yes, I was saying that there's just one word, one phrase to use for Ronaldo, and that is incredibly stupendous. The guy just doesn't know what it is to stop. He keeps pushing himself over the edge. He keeps pushing himself over the guy, and that has just been working for him. You know, you when you look at players who are yet to even get to the age of 22, 23, thinking they've gotten to the top of their careers, you tend to wonder what Ronaldo should be thinking, because he's a player that has been doing it for over a decade and a half actually, and he's still at the top of his game today. This is a 37-year-old who is practically carrying a United team, a team as big as United on his shoulders. The guy is just unbelievable. About breaking the records, it was only about time. As long as we knew with his fitness levels and all, Ronaldo can still play for a long time. So the issue of him breaking the record was just about how long he was going to play. I kept believing that as long as he keeps playing, other records will keep tumbling for him. That is a certainty. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
had some technical issues. John, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Sorry about that. There's a technical issue, maybe a power failure from one of the fuse. Yeah. Okay, can you go
It's all
ahead,
right.
please, to describe Ronaldo for us, please?
Yes, I was saying that there's only one word one can use to describe him, and that is just incredible. He's just incredible. He's just a phenomenon. I guess they keep saying he's one in a generation, but I don't think he's one in a generation. He's one in almost forever. Because if you keep looking at how the game is being built today, you would definitely know that it will be more difficult for players to get to the level of what he has gotten to. Yeah, just keep defying age, defying count, defying physics, defy, as he defies practically everything that one has to make him a normal human being. And for the fact that at the age of 37, it can be said that he is practically United's most um, most competitive player. Just defies everything that one should think of. This is a player that has won it all by now, should be thinking of resting. Yet you see him being the one pushing 19-year-olds on. About the records, it was just about time. We keep hearing different numbers from the old players. I just don't know how this will, when this issue of figures and statistics will get settled. Now that he has beaten the record, other reports are coming up to say the Besic record, but the Besic number stands at 900 and something. I just don't know what Ronaldo would do. That was the same thing that came up when he was said to have broken Pele's record. As soon as he got the 750th goal, Pele's record, next thing they started telling us that Pele's numbers were more than that. All the same, all we know is that Ronaldo has gotten what he deserves, and today is the highest goal scorer ever in football.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I think that's a good one for him. I think for me, I just want to speak about his critics. A whole lot of people have been criticizing him that he has been the problem at United, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. And I guess he has answered his critics right. I think for me, we've now known where the problem United is coming from. Some of the players that have not been there, up and there, the likes of Rashford. I keep on naming Rashford, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. These English players, I just think that they are the problem of United. They feel that they own the club. They feel that the club that what we've seen so far with Ronaldo and the way he has helped the club. I just think the United board and the rest of the Mancunians, the rest of United fans should understand that the problem is not signing Ronaldo. The problem is the players around him, the players that have not been working hard. But you can see the likes of Sancho making runs behind the defense, the likes of Elanga making runs behind the defense. And for me, I think it's a good one when you have players like that. Until players like Rashford, players like Maguire defend well, and Wan-Bissaka defend well, then I think things will be normal in in the team. So that's what I think about Ronaldo. He I think for me, he can't do more than what he's doing at this age now because um, anybody at this time at age 36, you are expecting a lot from a player that has broken all the world records. I think for me, it's just a sham, and he shouldn't be blamed. We have seen it all, and now he's doing his best. And for him, there's no limitation. What do you think?
Well, definitely. No matter how good an actor is, trust me, it's all about the supporting cast. The supporting cast bring out the best in the actors, and that is what has Ronaldo has been lacking since he came to United. Yeah, I think he also lacked that to an extent when he was at Juventus. The supporting cast just hasn't been there. We are talking today now about an excellent Sancho. But we saw how at the start of the season he was one of the biggest laps of of the team. Today now he has picked up his form, others around him are dropping it. It's just I don't know. There just seems to be a lot of inconsistencies with the players at United. I don't know if it's the problem with their fitness levels or something, but there's something fundamentally wrong with the nucleus of the team. We made mention of the fact that they have been recruiting so many English players, and these players feel that it's a right for them to play for United. That is one of the biggest problems we're having. I'm one of those who is very, very happy that finally we've seen the back of Ed Woodward, because I believe he alone knows how he ran the club during the past 5 years that it has gotten so bad. The playing for United all of a sudden it was never the thing of pride anymore. It was more like
Yeah,
United begs players to play for them. United know
exactly.
this is a United team that we know that keeps churning out talent after talent, talent after talent, coming from less fancied leagues. For heaven's sake, the highly celebrated Ronaldo of today was just a it was just a wonder kid from nowhere that Sir Alex brought in to replace an iconic David Beckham. David Beckham went and everybody was surprised. You are going to replace a whole David Beckham and you're coming with a 70-year-old to wear the number 7 shirt. But the next 6 years became stellar performance after stellar performance. But what have we seen? Man United, all they keep doing now is just to sign who they perceive is the best next biggest English player. Season after season, all these players have continued to falter, and you just don't want to change that policy simply because it fetches. I keep saying all they keep doing is because it makes the books balance. But I believe that if things actually change, because that's why I said I'm very happy that Edward is gone. I've looked at the trajectory that Ralf Ragnick has taken. I just hope they are able to get in Ten Hag to complement what he's doing, because I've looked at where he's going to. I've looked at the kind of players he has been mentioning, and these are the kind of players that actually any team would want. Players that actually at a low level are quite good. Then you bring them up to a United standard, you expect them to improve. Bring in players that are hungry, not a typical player that just believes that playing is his right. That is the only thing that I believe is actually keeping Maguire in that team. He believes he has this right of ownership of or right to be in the team. And unfortunately, he was handed the captain's armband, and that gives him a little bit of edge over other players. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you perform on the pitch. And right now, the supporting cast are not just doing enough for Man United.
I agree with you, John. I agree with you. Um, Barcelona actually goes up against Osasuna at home. 54 minutes played, and Ferran Torres with the first penalty, 14 minutes. Then 21 minutes, Ferran Torres with the second goal, and Obama Young. It seems he's enjoying his football in Spain for Barcelona, and I think this is his fifth goal this time around for Barcelona.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
time he scored
yeah.
a hat trick
Let's go.
and one goal. Fifth goal, I think it's a good one for him. He's enjoying his football, and I think it's working for both side of that for both end of that deal. Both Arsenal are also enjoying their
Yeah,
football, so nobody's complaining. Let's move
nobody's
on.
losing here.
Let's Nobody's losing and nobody's complaining. So let's move on. Okay. Quickly, I want us to look at Frank Lampard and Everton. I think we've spoken about Everton in this even before they, they are in this
Situation.
current predicament. Yes, that they are. Their current predicament. I this spoke about them in the show. I think our listeners should kindly go and look at one of my videos when I spoke about Everton and Frank Lampard. What is wrong? What is happening, John, with Everton and Frank Lampard?
Yes, when Lampard came in, I remember we brought this question up, and I told you one thing. I said, if you look at the coaches at that level, we have Roy Hodgson, we have Sean Dyche, we have we have Frank Lampard. Between them, all between these three coaches, and we have, let's say we have the match now that has come in. Now, the between these three coaches, these other two
Yeah,
are relegation warriors. They actually understand how to play the relegation battle. This is something that is unfamiliar to Lampard. We saw the reason why Bielsa had to leave Leeds. It was because of he just couldn't comprehend the fact that at a point you just needed Leeds to shut up, to shut the defense up. He kept playing expansively, and the team just kept conceding goals. In 3 matches now that this match has been in, they've only conceded 4 goals, which is very good compared to where they were coming from. That is what Lampard needs to do. He unfortunately is not experienced in that regard. I won't be surprised. I even said as early as January, I said it that I won't be surprised if they are dragged into the relegation battle. Today now we've seen it playing out. Watford are churning out results. Everton is losing week in, week out. At the end of the day, it's all about the experience, and the experience is definitely what is not on Lampard's side. I think that's getting him at the point they did get him was a very huge mistake
Yeah.
for Everton. They needed a manager who understands the battle of relegation. It doesn't matter if you are going to employ the person on a temporary basis or just to the end of the season, but at least get someone who will steady the ship. Look at the fantastic job that Eddie Howe is doing at Newcastle. Newcastle were lifeless before he came. Look at the buys he has got, and today Newcastle are 14th. Until the Chelsea defeat today, they had gone 9 matches unbeaten. That is what you want to see in a team. Improvement, improvement, improvement. But I don't see that in Everton, not in any way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me, they're in trouble. And except Frank Lampard has to change. It's not all about playing expansive football. It's not all about looking good on the pitch. I think for me, it's all about saving the day at the moment, and he's not saving the day for the club. I think since he came in January, he has only won 1 in 6, 1 in 6, lost 5.
Yeah, not even draws.
One that has played in that has played his trade in the championship. I think we should understand that because this championship, I keep saying that you have to be conservative, a little bit conservative if you are playing championship football. So I think he has to go back to the drawing board and look at what he has done. He's just 2 points adrift, 2 points adrift of the relegation zone. 2 points
Yeah,
adrift of the relegation. He has to be careful because this is a club that has not gone to the relegation. 2 points adrift. He has only won one in 5. Can you imagine? Everton only won 1 in 5, and they've played 26 matches, 22 points. They have a minus 19 goal difference, and they scored 47. Just see, they scored um drawn 4 and 1-6. That's not good for an Everton side. Have invested so much more in that team, and it's not really pretty for the Everton fans as well. So as it stands now, Everton for me are good. Are just there for the taking. They are not. In short, they are level on points with Watford as we speak. They are level on point with Watford, and it's just a matter of
that's what I'm
time.
saying.
It's
That's
just a
what,
matter of time. We'll know.
that's what
Let
I'm
me
saying.
in their for them Everton. The next match will be against Newcastle. The resurgent Newcastle. They have to win that match. They have Crystal Palace, and they have this should be their next 5 matches. They have Newcastle, Crystal Palace away, West Ham away, United at home, early kickoff April the 9th. And finally, they have Crystal Palace again once more, the postponed match. I think for me, it's a pity for them.
Mm.
They have to find a way out for themselves. They really have to find a way out. I think they have tougher games coming compared to Watford. They have tougher games coming up because they still have Leicester, they still have Chelsea, they still have Liverpool, they have Man United, they have Crystal Palace as well. They have West Ham and they have still have Crystal Palace and they have Newcastle. So they still have tougher games to come and they have to be prepared for those tougher games that are coming ahead. So it is not going. Lampard has to look for something. He has to do something to ensure that his team doesn't go down and Everton doesn't go down for the first time um, in the history of the EPL. So, but moving on, John. Uh, we saw Arsenal today played against Liv- um, Leicester City, and everybody, like you said at the beginning of the show, everybody was expecting them to lose or to at least to draw that match. So, how did you gauge their performance, and how did you see them going forward? Can you hear me, John?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, how did you gauge Arsenal performance against? Everybody was expecting them to lose, but how did you gauge their performance today, the Arsenal team? Okay, I guess we lost John there.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, how did you gauge Arsenal performance today with Leicester City?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Yes. All right. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, how did you gauge Arsenal performance
Okay.
today? Arsenal Leicester
Well,
City. How did you?
it's become very typical of them. I think Ateta has looked for a way to bring in the
I can't
practical
hear you
Arsene
clearly, John.
Wenger type. All right. Can you hear me now?
Hello,
I
John.
said Ateta has been.
Okay,
Can you hear
guys.
me?
I think for me, okay, I think for me, I think Arsenal. Um, they did wonderfully. They've performed above expectation against Leicester City. Everybody was expecting a draw. And what a save from Aaron Ram. Can you hear me, John? What a save from Aaron Ramsdale.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Important save, putting us keeping Arsenal in games this season. When you expect them to lose, I think for me they have one of the best keepers in the EPL, one of the best young keepers in the EPL at the moment. Um, he has helped them, but uh, I think going forward, for me, going forward, he has to do the same thing. And when you look at their run in towards the end of the season, they have Liverpool next on this Wednesday. Um, they have Aston Villa to play. They also have to go to Crystal Palace. They have to play against Brighton. They have to play against Southampton, Man United as well on April the 23rd. Then West Ham, Leeds United, uh, then Newcastle as well. So I think it's a really tough one. Hello, John. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Very well.
Okay. So when I've been looking at the Arsenal run, their running season, and uh, when you look at their running their running the season running till April till May, they have their next match will be against Liverpool
Sure.
at home, and they will go to Aston Villa. Then they will also go to Crystal Palace and welcome. This will be their next 5 games, and they'll play against United. Their next 5 games. How do you see them go? Their running is in the next 5 games.
Yes, I would seriously expect them to drop all points against Liverpool, considering that Liverpool at the moment they are seriously on the heels, hot on the heels of Man City. They'll be
Yeah,
expecting to win that match as they keep the gap, just as I said, to 3 points between them and City. Um, I think the decider for United really will be that match at the Emirates. They just
yes,
have to do their best to ensure they don't lose that match because that will be a huge 6 pointer in the race for Champions League football. Arsenal have been doing very well. They've been able to stifle things. Although they've had problems winning big teams, but they've done what Arsene Wenger does them very well. He hardly loses against teams that are below him. They keep getting points in matches that you expect them to get points in, and that has been an advantage to them. So
Yeah,
if they keep it up that way, definitely what you expect is they'll be expecting the United team to get the Arsenal team to get the points they need to get. They might be dropping points when they meet the big teams, but they should be able to get the points they need. And it's all down to United now. United practically cannot afford to lose any more than two or three games to the end of this season.
exactly,
Otherwise,
exactly. I agree with you.
they can kiss the Champions League goodbye.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, a good one for them. Good one for both teams. I think it at any point at any part of the table in the EPL, there are dramas, relegation, chances, places for Champions League, and we have a title race in our hands as well. So I think it's a good one for the EPL. Okay, move away from the EPL and go to the Italian Serie A. The battle line has been drawn between Juventus, Napoli, and the two Milan club. So I think the battle line for there in that area has been drawn. Just a quick update to our uh, to our viewers that Barcelona are still 3 goals up, and thanks to Ferran Torres, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with the 3 goals. Still about 20 minutes to go in that match. And there's something we need to know, John, about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang that has scored 5 goals in his last 6 La Liga games. The second fastest player to reach that milestone for Barcelona in the 21st century after Samuel Eto'o in 2004 and Zlatan Ibrahimovic in 2009. They were the first player to hit. Um, Quickly, let's move on. How do you see the Serie A running, John?
Well, the Serie A has practically become a pendulum. It swings to Milan today, it swings back to Naples the next day. But all we have to just see is consistency from each team. I believe Napoli are
And
suffering from injuries.
John, let me just break this news
Yes,
for us now at the moment. Is that Inter are losing to Torino as we speak by 1 goal to nil.
to know.
Inter are
Yeah.
losing to Torino by 1 goal to nil. Inter are away to Torino at the moment as we speak, and they are losing by 1 goal to nil. Uh, Courtesy of goal
Well,
scored by Berami in the 12 minutes. We still have, I think, in that 6 more minutes to go in that match, and Inter are losing. So I think they are going to lose their spot in this. They are going to lose their spot, their first place spot in this match. John, what you wanted to say something? Go ahead, please.
yes, I was saying that it has become a pendulum in the Serie A this season. It will swing this way to Milan, swing the other way to Naples. But
Yeah.
the problem I think was really affecting Inter is that Champions League that they were playing. Unfortunately, now they are out of it. Unfortunately for them in the league, because I think the only reason they had that very fantastic run last season was because they dropped out of the Champions League very early. And that is what AC Milan also is enjoying now. AC Milan gets to play every week, every weekend, and they are rested. But if you see the Milan team now, they are struggling from fatigue, having to play so many competitions with the Champions League in between. But I think now that they've been knocked out, they'll be able to face squarely the league, and perhaps you'll see better things from them. What we are seeing today now with them losing to Torino is as a result of, just as I said, the backdrop of them having to play that huge match at Anfield on Tuesday or Wednesday. So, but if things continue to go well for them, I think they can still catch up with Milan.
Okay. Don't forget that there are a lot of clubs within that mix. Uh, within that mix of the title race, and it's hotting up, like I said. Okay, and today our own Victor Osimhen scored a brace to help his side Napoli to a 2-1 victory. That's Verona today. John, can you hear me? Hello, John, can you hear me? I think we lost John. Our own Victor Osimhen, Nigerian striker, scored a brace. Like I said today, for him, the goals were scored at the 14th minute and the 71st minute of that match, and I think it's a good one for him, a good one for Victor Osimhen. Um, I think he's enjoying his football at the moment. Let's see how that one goes. Let's see how it goes going forward. Um, okay, I think if he can continue, or in other matches played in the Serie A, matches played in the Serie A before we get John back to the line. Um, Other matches played in the Serie A, match day 29. See Spezia beating Cagliari 2-0. Salatian 2-2 with Sassuolo. Sampdoria were beaten by Juventus at home. Milan won by a lone goal at home to Empoli. Fiorentina beat Bologna 1-0. And today we saw Hellas Verona being beaten by Napoli 2-0. And Atlanta also drew with Genoa. Torino, Torino are, like I said, are currently beating, and tomorrow we have Lazio and Venezia tomorrow. That's a good one for them. Let's move on to the Spanish La Liga. And in the Spanish La Liga, matches played yesterday and today. Yesterday, which is 12th of March, Levante Espanyol 1-1. Granada Elche won that one by one goal. Villarreal beat Celta Vigo by one goal. Getafe drew 1-1 with uh, is this Getafe drew 0-0 with Valencia, and today 13th not good for Sevilla, and Betis beat Atletico Bilbao by one goal. Barcelona are now 4 goals up, and Real Sociedad also beat Alves. Barcelona are now 4 goals up as we speak. Barcelona are 4 goals up as we speak, and Pegu Martins 75 minutes has just slotted one in. It's a good one for Barcelona. They are 4 goals up. I don't think Osasuna have something to. And as it stands on that log, it's still Real Madrid 63, Barcelona 51. Um, Real Madrid still have one game in hand. If they win tomorrow, they will go 10 points clear of Sevilla. They'll be playing with Mallorca. They'll be playing. Okay, another player for Barcelona that have achieved a really good milestone is Clement Lentinen, and he has received a warm applause for 150 appearances for Barcelona. That's a good one for him. That's a good one for him. So you still have Atletico Madrid 51, level on point to Barcelona, Betis, Real Sociedad, Villarreal, Bilbao, Valencia, Celta Vigo are fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine, and 10 respectively. So that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, moving forward, let's go. Some drama at 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 where in the in the Ireland and Messi were boomed even after winning the match. They were booed, and we all know what, guys, is because they lost the Champions League match against Villa against Real Madrid during the midweek where Karim Benzema scored an hat trick to seal um, a, a victory for his side, Real Madrid, and those players were boomed. They booed today. For me, they have to take that by on their chin because they didn't really do well. They had that match under control, but they let it slip. So for me, that's how they have to take that to their chin at the end of the day. Okay, guys, we are coming towards the end of the show. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you are watching us live. Kindly like and share our videos as we go on. As my sincere apologies, please, for that breaking transmission that we had. Things will be normal. So thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Kindly subscribe and watch this channel, and that will help us grow as well. Thank you so much, guys. Um, uh, we'll see you tomorrow by 9 a.m. when we'll bring you the match analysis of Senegal versus Egypt for the World Cup qualifiers. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.